The Fox Silver.
I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around, no more summer bounce, little squeeze out, squeeze, see that indoors when we're throwing down, oversized jumper with our underwear out. I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around, no more summer bounce, little squeeze out, squeeze, see that indoors when we're throwing down, oversized jumper with our underwear out. Like they're bringing anything to the table, bro, I'm not your son, see I'm able, I do my own bits, limited edition, no some missing classy shit, I know that you're feeling it. First time, I'm proud of my selfish decisions. Couple people did me dirty, but I'm clean. Ain't even mad proof, karma is a B. We all do bad things, when it comes back, it bites up. I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around, no more summer bounce, let you squeeze out, squeeze, keep that indoors when we're throwing down, oversized jumper with our underwear out. I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around, no more summer bounce, let you squeeze out, squeeze, keep that indoors when we're throwing down, oversized jumper with our underwear out. That heat's coming from my fires, I'd fire to my words, we're the worst every time, yeah, that we roll. So you know how it goes, I'm my favorite secrets, he likes to keep close. And if you don't, then you don't. You soon will or you won't, if you know, then you know. And if you don't, then you don't. You soon will or you won't, listen up, cause I'm on the sound, hoodie season, back around, no more summer bounce, little squeeze out, squeeze it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? This is the Fox Silver from Raw with the Podcast. And it's been a very, very, very long time, y'all, since I've been live for real, for real. This is not a recording. So if you're passing by, scrolling by, you can stop and hang out. This is not another recording. I just happened to be able to do a live stream tonight. Hopefully my co-host will arrive sooner or later. If not, I guess I'll just be solo. How's everybody doing? What's up to my Facebook family? What's up to my YouTube family? What's up to my TikTok family? What's up to my Instagram family and all my other family out there? What's happening? Oh yeah, and listen, if you haven't started following us on any of the platforms, please go follow us on YouTube. Just pull up Raw with a Podcast. Follow, like, share, do the same thing here on Facebook. We have a Facebook page that's called Raw with a Podcast After Dark. Go join that group. Go to the Raw with a Podcast page on Facebook. You can find me on TikTok. I'm on TikTok, y'all. Raw with the Podcast, and I'm also under the Fox Silver. I think I got my name somewhere shown. If not, I'll put it up somehow, somewhere. But lots been going on since the last time I live streamed, y'all. So we're going to get into a whole lot of stuff tonight. Hopefully, I won't have to do this solo because it's been a while, and if I do, then, we're just going to make the best of it. And you can also call in. I'm going to open the chat lines tonight, and I'll put the number up there on the bottom of the screen. I'll scroll it. Let's see if I can get it. Let's see. This is the number to call in. Let me see. Is it showing yet? Yeah, that's the number to call in, y'all. So when y'all ready to call in, I'll let you know. I'll show that number again, but we ain't ready to do all that right now. We are not ready to do that just yet. Okay. So go get your drinks. You know what I mean? Go get your snacks, and let's get into a nice topic tonight. And I think you're going to like it. We got a lot to talk about. Joe Biden done dropped out. Harris or Kamala Harris is taking his place. So, a lot's going on, y'all. A lot's going on. We got some, regular things that we're going to talk about as well. You know what I'm saying? So, when you're ready, let's roll. Roll the podcast. What up? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the hell. That's what I'm talking about. So, this past week, well, you all know, since that last debate with Donald Trump and the president Joe Biden, and his his performance, I'll say, with that speech, the Democratic Party was feeling a little bit spooked, shook. We were shook, y'all. Not to say that Donald Trump did great, but it was just the way Joe Biden looked. And we all know he looked pretty frail. So he made the decision to step aside, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are glad about that, to let Kamala Harris take the lead. And I think in his last speech, he probably said something along the line that she would do good as president and everything, you know. So here we have right now Kamala or Kamala Harris. Somebody help me. How do she pronounce her name? Is it Kamala or is it Kamala? I don't know. So I'm going to go back and forth. Whatever rolls out my mouth, that's what's going to come out, y'all. So anyway, she's going to take the lead as the Democratic nominee for the presidency. And I think right now I think she has to lobby delegates to nominate her. There's nobody else that I could think of, maybe y'all could think of, that is in a better position than her. She's an incumbent, meaning she's already in office, you know. Um, they also mentioned, and when I say they, I mean the media also mentioned that Biden Harris ticket had raised like $300 million or over $300 million for the election. So as it goes, if Biden stepped to the side and Kamala Harris stepped to the side, the new Democratic nominee for the presidency would not be able to use those funds that were raised for the election. So the only person that has access to those funds, well, the only two people would be Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. But since Biden stepped to the side, now Kamala Harris has access to those funds, and I think it's 300 million. But yesterday, they said she raised like over 50 million in an hour or something. I think the number's now up to 80 or 90 million. It's probably even more right now. But her raising this money is pretty good. The thing that I'm curious about is this is what I'm curious about. Like, you have people out there that says that are saying basically bad things about her being in office. And I'm assuming it's because of her track record as attorney general when she was in California. She wasn't pulling no punches. She wasn't giving no breaks. And that's what prosecutors do. You tell me, y'all help me out, because I don't know. You tell me what state likes their prosecutors. I mean, the only people that like the prosecutors are the people that are on the prosecuting side. Defendants don't like prosecutors. Who likes prosecutors? Prosecutors are there to make sure you are guilty and go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So who likes prosecutors? The other thing is they saying that, like, I've been seeing like TikTok videos or Instagram videos where they're saying that, oh, if Kamala Harris gets in office, she's going to be worse than Donald Trump. How? How? How is she going to be worse than Donald Trump? Because remember, Donald Trump is behind this Project 2025. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you by now have already heard about Project 2025 and what it is set out to do. So if y'all don't know what Project 2025 is set out to do, let me tell you. It is a how can I call it? We got some legal people out there. It's a 900 page I guess project or I'm forgetting my words. It's a 900-page doctrine or something that will be put into act or legislative, and its whole idea is to remove programs that were put in place to make it fair for minorities, programs that were put in place to give people a fair chance to compete for business, for employment, for education, for finances such as loans, anything like that, for land, whatever the case may be. Project 2025 exists to tear all of those things down and to rewrite education, what our kids are learning. You know what I'm saying? It's going to rewrite government. It's going to threaten democracy, plain and simple. You heard people saying that in this 900 plus page doctrine that they want to put into act, into law, it will give the president of the United States immunity like he was a god, where he can do basically whatever the hell he wants. I heard that if this thing goes into act, what it will do is if he didn't like people that were in government, right? Government officials, if he didn't like how they were conducting their business, or if they did not follow any of his ideology, he could fire them. And the numbers could be in the thousands. He could fire them and have no repercussions. They couldn't sue, they couldn't fight back, they couldn't appeal, nothing like that. Project 2025 puts minorities at risk for healthy living, basically. It is a reversal of the Civil Rights Act. You understand? It is a reversal for they already done away with women's right, what they can do with their body when it comes to abortion. It makes sure that women have no right. Basically, it's stripping rights. How can you support, y'all tell me, how can you support a president that wants
Project 2025 to stand, to make it law. It will give police immunity to practice police brutality without having any repercussions. It's been all over the internet. The young lady who lost her life in Illinois, Sonia Massey, that they released the video cam. This woman called the police. She called the police because she thought there was a prowler. The police come in police fashion, racist police fashion, and starts interrogating her. This woman is in her home, no threat. I saw the video, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you saw the video. She's in her kitchen. A pot was boiling. She wants to go and remove the pot. She puts on mittens to handle the hot pot. The officer is screaming at her as if she has a weapon. I didn't hear what she said, but people are saying she said she rebukes, I guess, him, the devil, or the devil that's in him, in the name of Jesus. The cop said, I'm going to shoot you. I don't know if he said in her head, in her face, but the result was he did. This young lady lost her life. Now, he got fired. He's locked up, and he's been charged for murder. But just imagine if this Project 2025 goes into effect, he could walk away scot-free. And any other injustice when it comes to do with police abusing their power and brutality, just shooting at will, they don't have to go to trial. They don't have to go to no hearing. They don't have to do none of that. They are immune. How can you vote for a president that wants to see all of this happen? I mean, help me. Help me understand this, because I don't understand it. How can any minority want to vote for a president that wants your rights taken away? He wants the rich to stay rich. He wants minorities. He wants it back when black folks did not have any type of right. That's what he wants to do. What's up, brother Kahi? Kahi's in the house, y'all. Give it up for
What's
Kahi.
going on, brother? What's going on, brother the Fox? How's
What's
everyone in
happening?
the building? I'm all right, man. Just taking care of business late
Everybody,
into the evening, but I'm good.
everybody, if y'all don't know, today is Kahi's born day. Give it up for Kahi. He's a young brother. Give it up. Hold up. Give it up for Kahi.
I appreciate that, folks.
Give it up for Kahi.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Kahi, he's a
Power to
young
the
fella.
people. Power to the people. All
Power.
gratitude. I appreciate it. I didn't have anything prepared to, a speech or anything, but I just so happen to have something in my back pocket. I appreciate that introduction, my bro. I appreciate that, brother.
Hey, no problem, bro. No
Gratitude,
problem.
gratitude. Thanks for that.
How you feeling, man?
I'm busy, but I feel great. I really feel good, man.
That's good.
I can't lie. I can move around very,
Right.
very well. I move around very well, man. Really do. A lot of
Kahi, do
things, a lot
you,
of great things happening.
Kahi, now you look very young. Kahi, you look very
I
young. And for
appreciate it.
people that don't know you, do you want to let the people that don't know you tell them how old you are, and tell them that youth. See, this is what this age should be looking like.
This is what
Tell them,
today's
Kahi.
doing.
Tell them,
So
Kahi.
I don't know if I should say what year I was born or just how old I am, but I'm 57. I just turned 57 today.
Can y'all
So
believe that? Can y'all believe that?
57 years old. Still got some of the hair up there. Yep. There's a little gray. There's a little bit of gray in there, but
Just a little
you
bit.
see the gray here.
Yeah.
But yeah. I try to do what I can also. Diet, fitness. I do what I can. I do what I
You live
can and
a healthy
genes.
lifestyle. Very healthy
Yeah, as
lifestyle.
healthy as exactly. Try to really be healthy and I appreciate
That's
that. So that's something I
absolutely
strive towards and I encourage.
that's right.
I encourage everybody in the community, to do the same thing because I get encouragement from other people, you
Yes,
know?
sir. Yep. And
Appreciate that.
that's true. And
That's what
I remember, I can remember years ago that people used to say like, whatever you put in your body will show out of your body. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Whatever
That's
you
true.
put in your body will show out of your body.
I
So
like that.
it
Okay.
it doesn't necessarily have to be food. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
It can be what you're listening to. It can be what you're reading. It could be
Lifestyle,
your lifestyle, the conversation
environment.
that you have. Yeah. So like,
Very true.
it's
Very
not
true.
just healthy eating, it's
Right.
healthy living all around.
Healthy living.
Yep.
Exactly. Precisely. Precisely. Even if I'll disclose something to the good folks out here in listening land. Um,
You froze, you'll come back. He froze a little bit. You froze a little bit, Kahi. I don't know if I think I'm pretty good on the what's the name. You're frozen on that side, Kahi. Kahi done froze up on us, y'all. He'll come back. Kahi done froze up. Come on, Kahi. Unfreeze. Unfreeze, Kahi. I wonder I wonder if he knows he's frozen. All right, he's gonna come back in, y'all. I think he knows. Um he'll be back. But like he was saying, healthy living. A lot of people that you see that really don't look their age, really they do look their age. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my 50s as well. Me and Kahi the same age. Of course we got this gray, but we attempt to live a healthy lifestyle, and it it applies anything that your body receives, right? It has a direct effect on the health of you. Trust that. Trust that. You know. So don't pollute yourself. Don't pollute your mind. Don't pollute your mind with toxic conversation. That goes to all them folks out there that like to gossip. Gossip. I mean, if it's fun gossip, yeah, but don't like that toxic gossip. You know what I mean? Mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm not even with. I'm not even with that toxicity. Speaking of toxicity, we were on the subject of the 2024 election and people that are choosing to vote red and have no knowledge of Project 2025.
I would suggest that you go online, go on YouTube, do a Google search, and look up Project 2025. I don't know if you're going to read the whole thing, but look at people break it down, like some of the people that are in Congress that are breaking down what 2025 entails. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. So I'm voting. I'm voting blue. No to Project 2025, y'all. No to Project 2025. No to Project 2025. Kai, should be back, y'all. Let's see if I can get him. One second, my people. 1 second. Yeah, Kahi said there's a bad thunderstorm. I'm in North Carolina too, but it hasn't reached me. Let me check my radar. Let me check my radar. He said it's knocking power out. Oh man, it is. For all my folks that's in the North Carolina area, all my folks in the North Carolina area. Oh yeah, Rocky Mount, Raleigh. Oh yeah, he's down there near Fayetteville. So I see it's like right over Fayetteville area. Y'all make sure y'all stay dry. Y'all make sure y'all stay dry. You know, I was um if you guys don't follow me on TikTok, right? I put up videos, fun videos and everything. Not anything to do any damage or harm and everything. And I do duets. I do a lot of duets, right? So this one duet I did, it was a sister talking about a real man, right? And what she was saying was a real man will not let a woman rule over him, right? And she said a real man will not be a pushover for the woman that he chooses, you know. And if we're going with real men that are out there, a real man is going to be the head of his household. A real man is going to make sure that his wife is correct. He's also going to make sure that his family is correct. He's going to make sure that his house is correct. Kahi, we got a lot of feedback on your side. I don't know what that is.
Right now,
I think
what is
when
it
I
doing?
talk, let me see. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it might be. I don't know if if you got the speaker up, it's probably kicking back on your microphone. Yep. So anyway, I put that video up and it was not to the video. The lady was saying that, real men are just not going to be pushovers, point blank. That's it. You know, a real man is supposed to be the head of the household. Now, I'm not saying that in that statement that she said, there was nothing that I gathered out of that where she said women should take abuse from men. There was nothing that I gathered from that. And if I could find it, let me see if I could find it. Kahi, I'm going to try to find it.
Are you getting feedback right now? Can you tell?
It's doing good. It's doing good.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Let me see. I'm going to try to find that video. One second. And I'm going to share it. I am going. Yeah, I saw all the storms over there in your area, bro.
Yes. Yes. It absolutely is. There's a lot of thunder and
Yeah, I
uh,
saw that.
well, it just started raining, but it's definitely doing a lot of thundering and lightning. But it just started raining and knocking power out here, here and there.
Right.
On the video,
I'm getting ready to sign on. I'm getting ready to sign on to TikTok so I could share that video that I am talking about.
okay, let me turn this down. Okay,
Not that.
you
Let's
know,
see. I'm not trying to see that. What is that? What the heck is this?
I still didn't get a chance
I
to
have
see
no
that.
idea. Yeah, I'm trying to, I'm trying to pull it up right now. All right, I'm going to my profile, and then I'll be able to pull up some of my videos. All right, here go my videos. Let's see if I can key this up. All right, hold on. Let's see. Oh crap! Crap! Hold on. Coming, my brother. Coming, coming, coming. All right,
Um,
here we go. What you
man,
say?
I gotta. I'll be right back. I really gotta check something. I'll be right back. I have to.
All right. Do you think? Do you think? Go right here, and we are going to present, share screen. Um, okay, that right there. Okay, everybody, this here we go. Here we go. Hold up. Here it is, right here.
Ultimate lack of acceptance for your husband because it may cause rebellion, she's telling the
Let's see
truth.
if I can
A
get it.
real man is not going to allow himself to be
It's
a
coming.
pushover to the woman he has chosen. Men
It's coming.
with their sense of manhood and
Here we
integrity and need to not be older lady tell me a real man is not going to be ruled by a woman. Don't go down the path of expressing criticism, disapproval, and an ultimate lack of acceptance for your husband because it may cause rebellion. She's telling the truth. A real man is not going to allow himself to be a pushover to the woman he has chosen. Men, with their sense of manhood and integrity and dignity intact, have this innate desire and need to not be subdued and walked over. A real man is not going to be ruled by his wife. It insults his sense of manhood. Women who have succeeded in breaking their husbands such that their husbands allow their wives to rule over them, those are ultimately men who they find themselves no longer attracted to. I had an older lady tell me a real man is not going to be ruled by a
that's
woman.
that's
Don't go
that's
down the
that's
path
something
of
right there.
expressing
That's something.
criticism,
I,
disapproval, and
I can't.
ultimate lack
That
for your
is.
husband. Real to allow himself.
So
You see what I'm saying, Kahi?
yeah, I don't know if I missed something. I should have watched it in its entirety already because
Yeah.
I seem to have been missing some things she was saying. I don't know if my
Um.
volume was up high enough, but basically, so basically, I heard she was saying that she doesn't. A real man will not allow, in a relationship, a real man is not going to allow himself to be walked over, like that by a woman or by his,
By his
wife
woman.
or something.
By
Say
his
what?
wife.
Right, by
Yep.
his
By
wife.
his woman or by his wife. Yeah.
Is there something wrong in that? Was there
Say what?
pushback by people? Was
There
there
was a little.
pushback?
There was one pushback, and the young lady that the young lady that pushed back, she pushed back in the sense that she interpreted the message as in because her response was men wear S's on their chest and they say all sorts of stuff to a female, like a female is supposed to sit there and take the
Verbal
abuse,
abuse?
the verbal abuse that's coming out of a man's mouth and not say a damn thing, which is not what this one like. She's in the area. She's in the area that does not apply to what this lady was saying,
Right,
and so
right,
she went back and forth with me, and my attempt was to kind of like explain to her what was going on in this message. So she said no, she heard the message good, and that's why she said what she said. Then she wanted to use some of her experiences of what she saw or thought was a real man in her past. Now,
right,
I can't argue what she thought was a real man in her past, what
right,
those were her
right,
experiences. But that was not the message.
right.
That was not the
Did you get
message.
the
So
message?
what I
Did you
did
get the
was
message?
I put another huh? She missed
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
She missed the message. Like now, I mean, women are not supposed to take any verbal abuse from a man, and a man should not be verbal
correct,
abusive. Period.
correct,
Neither should a
correct.
woman. Nobody
That's
should
right.
be
That's right.
abusive. There should not be any verbal abuses. There, need- there
Yeah,
needs to
that's good.
be there needs to be there needs to be a sense of harmony, or at least a mutual understanding for harmony in the household. This is what you attempt.
You got
However,
4 hours.
you have
Right.
we don't like we don't have topics and we don't have shows on this. We understand that people suffer from their experiences and they become traumatized. Totally
Right.
understand. Totally, I totally understand. Totally understand that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I don't take that for granted. But recognize this. If you're coming from a place of anger, your anger is healthy because of what you experience. But you need to learn to distinguish what is relating to the topic at hand. You know what I'm saying? So the video that I made today was kind of like, I don't know what that sound is. People are talking to us in the comments. The
I can't
video
see that.
today. Oh, Tariq, Al Tariq, what's up, Al Tariq? Peace, my brother. Yeah,
Peace,
he said happy birthday to
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Al
appreciate
Tariq,
that, brother Al.
Al Tariq saw that
Appreciate
clip.
that.
You saw that clip?
No,
That's right, Al Tariq. Al Tariq said we are there to uplift and elevate each other.
that's right.
Supposed to
That's right.
anyway.
That's
Exactly.
right.
That's right.
Yeah, not tear each
Now,
other down. We have to get to remedy.
and you know, the sister, you know, she was typing in all caps. So I knew I knew she was feeling some sort of way, but you know, as a
Right.
level-headed individual, my place
Yeah.
is not to add fuel to fire. Like, she's mad.
Right.
It's obviously that she mad because she showed up with another video on my FY page, you know, and she was talking and she made a comment about me about the duet that I did with that video. And then she goes
Right.
on to say that she's fucking tired of men claiming the victim. When did the men be like, what are you talking about, sister? What are you talking about? What man is claiming the victim? What why would a man claim the victim? And then she went on, Kai, she went on to say that these brothers today have adopted a European sense of disposition when it comes to being a man. I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? Exactly. Yo, Al Tariq said, bro, Al, Al Tariq, you hit it on the head. All feelings ain't facts, especially if it's coming
Right.
from
Right.
an
I'm trying
emotional.
to think.
Exactly, Al Tariq. Because I'm gonna tell you, Al Tariq, she said this to me. She said on one of her comments, she said, how many men do I think feel that they're real men? And I told her, I
Well,
said, I can't speak for all men, but I can speak for myself. I can speak for the brothers that I grew up with. Al Tariq, I grew up with you. Kahi, I grew up with you.
right.
I can
Yeah.
speak for the
Yeah.
men that's in my family, and we're real men. However,
Yes,
I
sir.
said a better question is this: how many men know that they're real men? And if you know the
Well,
difference between feeling and knowing, you know what I'm saying? If you know
right.
the difference between feeling and knowing, then I think that would be a more poignant question. For the simple fact that I could feel like $1,000,000, but I know I ain't got no damn $1,000,000. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I
true.
I
That's
could
true. I
feel
can still feel.
like I could fly. I could feel like I could touch the
I feel
sky,
like I can.
but I know I
I
can't
believe.
fly.
I believe I can do anything, but I can't do everything.
You know, the
Yeah. Yeah.
fact
Yeah.
is the fact is what I know. Knowing is fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Knowing is fact. So,
That's right. What can I see?
you know,
That's right.
so the video that I made today on my TikTok was basically to say Raw with It podcast. We keep it raw, we keep it 100. We don't lie to people. And if anybody
That's true.
comes on the page or on the podcast that want to spew or perpetuate stereotypes when it comes to uh black couples, a black man or a black woman, we gonna shut it down. No,
Yeah.
we're not here to keep those, we're not here to give those life. No, we're gonna correct stuff. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna correct it.
Yes, I should.
We're not going to keep that narrative. You know what I'm saying? You know, if brothers are mad, we going to check them and correct them. If sisters are mad, we going to check and correct them. where it needs to be done, tastefully and
Very cool.
respectfully. What you think? What you got to say, Kahi? What you got to say? Go for it, brother.
I don't know where to start. With the video, I wish I would have seen the whole thing previous because so it was sent to me. I didn't have time to review it. I've been very, very preoccupied. Very preoccupied. Um,
Mm-hmm.
as far as just the part that what you just showed in the video, I don't see, just me, I don't see anything at all wrong with that because, um, so hearing things from both sexes' perspective on the opposite sex and the same sex is
Right.
that it is that balance. It is like Al Tariq said,
Right.
we're if we're trying to hammer things out, and just stay on the same page.
Right.
It can just be friendly, um, leveling conversation. It can be
Right.
leveling conversation. You don't really have to take it too far or anything. But um, sometimes people hear a different message. Sometimes people hear another
I
kind of message.
I I think it touches you. Hold on, Kai. You know what it is? It
Yeah,
triggers them. It's a trigger.
yeah. There's something.
It's a trigger, and it's definitely a trigger. And what people got to understand is, yo, our triggers come out in our conversation.
Sure.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
It can start off. That's right.
It,
That's
it
right.
comes out our
That's right.
conversation.
That's
What
right.
did Al Tariq say? Al Tariq say this. Al Tariq said, "Hold on, let me put it up on screen." Al Tariq said, "This infighting between too many of us, and it needs to stop as it isn't allowing us to grow as individually and collectively. It's helping to destroy us from within. We must definitely do better. Absolutely, absolutely,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely." And
Appreciate it.
my announcement in the video that I made today was basically stating that black men are not at war with black women. We are not.
Right. Oh, appreciate
We are not.
it. Right. But yeah, this infighting between too many of us, and it needs to stop as it isn't allowing us to grow as individually or collectively, and it's helping to destroy us from within. You know what? Every so you'll say black couples. Um, that if I could, that is very, very, that is extraordinarily uh, important. That's extraordinarily important that, at
Yeah.
every turn we stop and, we stop and say, okay, hold on. Where's this coming from? If I'm saying it, you know what I'm saying? If I find myself saying, well, we all, I mean, sure, you have your disagreements with, our sisters and our
Right.
queens and empresses.
Right.
You're gonna have conflict. You're gonna have your arguments. You're gonna have your conflicts of interest. You're gonna have your disagreements and things. But that's how life is, and that's how people is. That doesn't have to mean that we're all in disarray. Like we're in disarray all the time, and we're at odds and
Right.
at war. We
Exactly.
really need, hey, everyone in the sound of my voice. We need to stop that shit. We need to stop that shit because to the rest of the world,
Yeah.
like real talk, to the rest of the world, I see the messaging back and forth as far as I can see on social media. They think we're on
Right.
bad terms. They think we're all at odds with each other, the angry black man and the
Right.
angry black woman, and we can't get
Oh
along with
yeah.
ourselves nor each other, and
Exactly.
it's I know I'm not just talking shit. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm
Absolutely.
talking about. If not, you know what I'm saying? The conversation we're having now, something to be on the news, something to be on TV. They have conversations about it. They have it in movies where they poke at it. Like, oh, another angry black woman. Oh, those black guys, they can't, they're always mean and always want something to hand out. And they poke at us in the movies. That pisses me the fuck off. That really pisses
Hmm.
me off. So
They
I
make
really
fun
think we
of
should.
it.
It
Yeah.
does. It makes fun of it. We really. need to turn around and look at, each other and say, you know what, it's all good. If we're having a disagreement or we're having a conversation, we get on the same page because that's what's required. Period. It's what's required. Period. That's it. That's
having
it.
having the discussion.
Yeah, just
So
having a
like
discussion whatever we're talking about. We really got
so
to kill
like
that.
right. I've learned from my experiences on being in relationships. When I have a disagreement, then I let I let the woman that I'm dating, I let her know what my objective is
Correct.
so that she knows what I'm talking about. I ask her what her objective is. I ask her what point what are you trying to get me to understand, so that I don't miss what you're trying to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
But
I do.
if
Yes,
but
I do.
if you're a lot of times people will get into a heated discussion and they will describe events that you have nothing to do with, right?
Yeah.
And they will be defending or arguing a point that has nothing to do with the subject at hand.
Which can happen. Right. Right.
So if you're offended by something,
Right.
tell tell me tell me where your offense is. If you're offended by
Right.
something, tell me where your offense is so we can address that. But this sister, this sister was this sister wanted to attack men.
Yeah. And it
She
can be
want
like,
she wanted to attack men because when I went and saw the video that she made on her page, that's exactly what she did. She said, she said, I'm tired of these fucking she's like, I'm tired of these fucking men. Or something to the fact, like, I hate when the man, like, damn, all right, so you're mad, you're angry because of some shit that happened in your past. You know what I'm
right.
saying? But sweetheart, you can't you can't adopt every man that comes in front of you to be this character that you had this bad experience with. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You just can't do that. Al Tariq. Al Tariq said, in my most humble opinion, since the crack era and the black women's independent movement, it has overall made and is making us more streamers and familiar with the spirit of family. Oh, absolutely. What you
Go
think?
ahead. Please speak.
What you
It
think, Al?
definitely, you know what? Okay. Coupled with that, so as I've been, listening to having like you and I had conversations, having conversation with other men, having conversation with other women, watching other podcasts, newscasts, and discussions about this. I
Yeah.
I agree 1,000%. And there seems to be this connection with the how can I say this? WIC wealth, and everyone receives WIC. Everyone receives welfare. Everyone receives TANF. It's not restricted to just one class or one race.
Right.
So when it comes to the governmental assistance with things, when it's needed, it's necessary. Cool for anyone. But some things has been weaponized against the families in a particular kind of way in the communities to also couple with the crack era, the what is that he said? The crack era and the
In the women's independent,
right,
or
women's independence,
yeah,
which women
movement.
have women, right, which is great. Women's independent movement, man. Women's rights, women's
Or
equality.
women's liberation type of thing like
Right.
that. Yeah.
I'm that's like That's excellent. Like that's excellent.
Hmm.
Um, but I also think combined with some of the other um, policies that's been carried out over the last, say 30 years. I say 30 years because I heard someone saying a while back. So if finances help strengthen and maintain the family bond and unity, it's one of those other. I call it an asset. I call it a necessity in the family structure. Because if you don't have
Absolutely.
the proper finances and funds, well, you can't formulate. It's hard to keep a family together because if you have a house and you have a job and you have a car and you have these things and annual your annual bills total maybe I don't know, throwing a number out there, 45, $30,000, and you're only making $45,000. But as a couple, now you're doing some good numbers, and you can handle those things. You can
Right.
handle those things independently. But if you're a single dad or a single mom, and it depends on what you're doing or what you're not doing, it makes it very difficult for you as an individual. So when you come together with a family, whether it's at the beginning or somewhere in the middle, conversation attack, then have positive dialogue. When you get together with those things, but I heard someone say, now imagine the government steps in, not necessarily to bring harm or cause division, but so either it's by way of that, or the women have their careers, or men have their careers, and they start to look at each other like, well, I just, I can buy my own everything. I can afford my own home, my own apartment, my own car. So I don't,
Right.
I I'm just good with having a woman for sex. When friend with benefits, and they can say that, but now you're not coming together as a family unit. You're not coming together as a family unit, and if you're not coming together as a family unit, then cool, okay. But therein comes arguments like what I need a man for, what I
Right.
need a woman for, or these
Right.
men is all in their feelings about, oh, these women are too independent, or these women are all in their feelings about, oh, these women are too independent, and
Right.
I swear I swear I see a lot of divorcees, single people who and married couples, they have their beefs. You know what I mean? They have their disagreements with their spouse. Also, when just during conversation, they have their own individual feelings too, and they'll talk about something that they see as a rift in the fabric of relationships.
Right.
But overall, man, this thing about because look, for the moment I'm not married. I'm not married either. Um, so I'm going to talk from that standpoint. Um, I'm not a serial dater either, but I'm aware of quite a few people's opinions, and having conversation and dialogue with a
Right.
lot of people about this this thing between the black men and women when it comes to getting on the same page, staying on the same page, and want
Right.
to form a couple. It's not difficult, but now when they are used to managing themselves, now you have to let go of a little bit of uh, not
Independence.
independence. Right. You have to
Right.
let go of a little independence. You want to try to manage things with someone else. So you'll always have your independence say so. But if you're trying
Right.
to get on board with this man or this woman because you want to, now
Right.
you have to compromise. You,
Yeah.
you have to compromise. Now you're 50
And
or you're
that's
60 or 40.
that's part of relationship
Right.
compromise.
And that's part of a relation. Right. because some people don't, they have a hard time letting go of that compromise or being there to compromise or wanting to compromise
Mm-hmm.
for the very reason of forming of forming a relationship. So I just see it as very, very important. I know I'm going on, but I've spoken to several friends over the last week, male and female. Um, Everyone's in their 50s. Some are divorced, some are divorced, some are married, some have been married, some are in and out of relationships. And it's something to hear people say, what's going on with the dating scene? What's up with these
Oh,
women?
hold
What's
up.
up with these men?
They're asking you that being
Yeah,
married. They're
men.
asking you. Yeah, yeah.
I'm just
Hold up.
saying,
What?
like, just
Let's see. Let's read what Al Tariq said. Al Tariq said, "We are designed to be independent
exactly
in our roles as
in our
male
roles
and
as male
female,
and female, but
but
interdependent as a whole. Right, right.
That's what's missing.
That's what's
So
missing.
so we
Inter,
missed the mark on us as couples."
right. The
You're absolutely right.
interdependency. That's right.
Yeah.
The interdependency even gets. Man, hey, ladies, I hope y'all step up on the, step up on the panel and provide some feedback
Right.
because I know. Look, when people, man, ladies, when y'all get scorned, y'all are a hard shell to crack. Okay, y'all are
Woo!
very hard shell to crack, and
Forget
you
it.
want. I'm gonna tell you from experience. This is from experience. A woman will want to. They'll want to get into a relationship. They'll want to. See, I want women to come and speak about men. That's what I'm
Right.
talking from a man's perspective right now. That's it.
Right.
It's not right or wrong. This is just my perspective. Um, I have personally witnessed and talked to the women that want to allow themselves to be into a relationship, but
Right.
it's hard for them to let go of what happened before.
Absolutely.
It's difficult because okay, because of a lot of reasons. You don't want to be hurt again. You don't want to be taken advantage of again. You don't want your vulnerabilities to be like that. You don't want to let down your guard. Okay, cool. If you want some men to be patient with you, if you'll see if they're going to be patient with you, or they'll tell you if they're going to be patient and be there. But you jumping in and out, you not knowing, or you're like, I don't know, you're a great guy, but well, it's only been 3 years, but well, my family
Three
says I should,
years.
my girl says and it's been a month. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
Right.
okay, okay, cool, you need time. You need time, but you want to be in a relationship. So if you have to process your way through men only in the sense of he feels right to me, or something about him. Y'all are very touchy. Y'all are very complexed.
You're saying
It's
women.
touchy.
You're
Yeah,
saying
they're
women that have gone through some type of bad experience and then try to get back into the pool of being in a relationship are very
right.
they're timid. They're timid,
Very timid. And
very
it's
timid. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And obviously we can see I'm gonna sit up here and say I can see why. I can see why.
Yeah.
You don't want to allow
Men
yourself.
men do the same
You don't
thing.
wanna Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Men do the same thing, but now you're in and out of a dating scene. You're in and out of a dating scene because at least we're trying. You're trying to see. You're giving me a chance. You're giving the Fox Silver a chance. You're giving yourself a chance. Your girlfriend is giving her a chance, but that's where it comes into play that the interdependency is difficult because you don't want to relinquish things. You want to
Look,
be stay some kind of way.
I have I remember talking to a young lady and she was saying that, when she tried to be, she said she wants to be in a relationship, but she knows she's going to have a problem sharing her time. You know what I'm saying? Like, because she's gotten so used to being single.
Right.
How is it? How
Right.
like she don't know if she want to watch TV, the same program. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're single, there's things that you do by yourself, and then
Right.
now you have to share this time with somebody, and sometimes people have a hard time adjusting to that. You know what I'm
Yeah, and it can,
saying?
yeah, no problem there, no problem there. But it's there's no problem there.
Hmm.
I don't want to sound like conjecture, but there's no problem there. The the thing that seems to come into play is when it becomes a bashing contest, because it becomes a bashing contest because people, men and women, will do the thing that they'll do the thing that sabotages themselves in the whole thing, um, because
Make
you
it
have to come together.
what do you mean? Explain that
Because you
better.
have because you have to. If you want to be in a relationship, you have to allow yourself to be in a relationship. You can't hold. You can't
Right.
keep. We can't keep. I can't keep holding on to same ideologies as if I'm a single man that just want to be
Absolutely.
single.
Right.
Right. I have to let those go and be like, okay, she would rather I don't know. So okay, I'm used to talking to the fellas, or talking with women certain ways, not disrespectful, but every woman is different. They may want
Right.
to have different types of conversation, or be addressed a certain in a certain way. Like, some women don't like to be called baby. They want to be called,
Oh yeah,
hey,
indeed.
love, or by their
Yeah.
name. Right. Some
Right.
ran into this. They don't want to be called precious because of
I
Precious
did
in the
too.
movie. Right.
Right.
Right. Very real.
So
It's like,
it's things that remind them. And those are triggers. Those are
those are
triggers for
triggers.
them. Those are
Yeah,
triggers.
absolutely triggers. They're
I
like, oh,
I
all right,
think
oh,
I I think that you know
really have to get past triggers.
I think what Al Tariq had said earlier about the eras of women independence, and even though we want to be in a relationship, when the man and the woman wants to be in a relationship, there is still, and I don't know about this in other cultures, but I know it exists in Black culture. There is still a underlying um there's an underlying law, unwritten law, that we want we want certain things to be met in order for us to have not even a successful relationship, but in order to be eligible to be in a relationship. I think that the relationships nowadays are motivated by not love, but by status. You know what I mean? That's what I believe. We got another guest coming in.
It seems that way.
We got
It would
another
appear
guest
that way.
coming in.
Hello, other
Miss
guests.
Miss Ranisha has
Hey, Miss
joined.
Ranisha.
Hey, you know what? You should have said like 7 o'clock for me.
It's all right. We still here.
I'm an hour
It,
behind.
oh, you know what? That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
She's in
Where are you?
Central Time, Wisconsin. Yeah.
Oh, Central Time. That's y'all
My bad.
behind. Behind.
Yeah. She
Behind.
behind an hour. Yeah.
Behind. Okay. How you been? How you been, sis?
I've been good.
Cool. Cool.
That's
Good.
good. Everybody that's tuning in, this is Renisha. Say what's happening to Renisha.
What's happening, Renisha?
Um So Al Tariq had two comments. Al Tariq said that scorn and ego destroys the people, and that can go
Yeah,
both for women and men. That was
yeah,
something that you had mentioned. And then the other thing he said, a lot of selfishness is what's ruling us. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Um, Renisha, to bring you up to speed, what Kai was talking um about being in well, actually we were talking about the first comment was we started talking
right,
about
yeah,
a video duet that I did, and it had to do about it. This lady made a comment, and let me see if I can play it again. I'll play it one more time, y'all. Hold on a
right.
second. Let me get to it. Let me get to it. Uno momento. Like uno momento.
Are you on, are you are we broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube,
Yes.
and okay,
Yes.
and TikTok?
We are on Facebook and YouTube. Not on
Okay, not
TikTok. No.
TikTok. Okay, cool. Cool. Got it. Okay,
No,
okay,
not on TikTok.
cool. No problem. Cool,
All right. Let's see.
cool. Cool. So the video you're talking about is the one with the female talking about it's the one you
She's telling the truth. A real man is not going to allow himself to be a pushover to the woman he has
not a
chosen.
pussy.
Men
All
with
right, here
their
it is
sense
right
of
here. Hold on. Let me see. Here it is right here. Can y'all see it?
Yeah, I see.
had an
Yes,
older
yes.
lady tell me a real man is not going to be ruled by a woman. Don't go down the path of expressing criticism, disapproval, and an ultimate lack of acceptance for your husband because it may cause rebellion. She's telling the truth. A real man is not going to allow himself to be a pushover to the woman he has chosen. Men with their sense of manhood and integrity and dignity intact have this innate desire and need to not be subdued and walked over. A real man is not going to be ruled by his wife. It insults his sense of manhood. Women who have succeeded in breaking their husbands such that their husbands allow their wives to rule over them, those are ultimately men who they find themselves no longer attracted to.
Mhm.
And there you have it. So what do you think? What do you think about that? What do you think about that, Renisha? What do you think about
Yeah,
that?
because eventually,
I kind of agree and disagree. That makes sense. The reason why I
Yeah,
say that is
elaborate.
because, of course, like you shouldn't let a man be a man and let man do the things that he should do as a man and not, put down his ego and stuff like that. Of course, but every man has feelings. Every man want to feel comfortable around a woman to be vulnerable around it and be able to talk to them
Right.
and be able to be in that submissive state. So
yeah,
it's like yes and no, because yes, a real man don't mind telling their feelings. Real men don't mind, telling you how it is and stuff like that. But it's also some females need to understand the fact that you should let a man be a man and do the things that a man should do, but you also should not put your man down from the words that you're saying.
Right. Okay.
That's why I say yes and no.
So what did you get from that, Kai? You was able to see the whole video.
we had some. There were some types of this conversation we had a few weeks ago, back and forth, in and out, about being about how vulnerable you allow yourself to be. I think it was about men. You know what I'm saying? Because, but it also holds true with women as well. Um, because we don't people have to get to a certain point in order to feel comfortable with their vulnerabilities, that it's not thrown back in their face. It's not looked at as weak. It's not looked at as touchy and stuff. Um, and you should be able to do that. You should be able
Yeah,
to do that with especially your husband and wife. But if you're in a relationship or you're looking at a relationship,
you still should be comfortable to do that as well.
you should be comfortable to do that. When the time, even if you have to have the conversation about it. Yep, I gotta say something. I gotta say something else. So everybody's running around here talking about people being in their feelings and people being in their emotions. So people want to run around and not have feelings and emotions no more. I'll wait. I'll fucking wait. I'll wait.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, be honest. Like, really be real, because that's the thing that's
Everybody
going
has
on. People
emotions,
like,
right?
well, yeah, you look. I don't want to be in no damn relationship with a woman that's just cold,
Right.
cold-hearted, or something that don't show feelings and emotions because she don't want the nigga in their emotions. We ain't gonna make it, because I got emotions and feelings, and you better have emotions and feelings too. You
Right.
should, even if you keep them stable, but still, you can't
Yeah.
not have emotions and feelings, period. You might as well be replaced by AI. That's why they're coming out with AI now. They want everybody to not having feelings and emotions.
But you know, it's kind of
Yeah.
crazy how like now this generation, like toxic relationship is the new norm, and I'm like, that's
Right.
not gonna last. And it's
Right.
like,
Right.
for what?
That's
Toxic
funny.
relationship not be the new norm. Like, how are you supposed to go from
Absolutely.
just doing all
Listen,
kinds of type shit in a relationship? Why you can't just be loving, be able to be comfortable, have a best friend, have a foundation for the relationship that you have for the future? Like, I'm just saying, you know.
it makes sense. It makes sense.
Toxic.
Al, let's see
Toxicity
what
is the new norm, huh? That shit crazy.
Al Tariq said. A lot of selfishness is what's ruling over us all. And then Al Tariq says, why should the man be a pushover when it's meant for him to uphold the family and the woman to assist him within that purpose? You can't be a team without assisting each other as a unit. A house or people divided against themselves will not stand. Thus, many of our present experiences. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And I think what both of you were saying, Kahi and Renisha, is that in a relationship, a man should be able to be vulnerable with his woman without having to be subject to being persecuted for showing those emotions, or for showing emotions, because being vulnerable means showing your weaker side.
Exactly.
So women should not take that opportunity. If I understand, some women may take that opportunity to use their man's vulnerability as a weakness and then manipulate that to create a atmosphere of being pushed over or walked over. You know what I'm saying?
And I hate when women do that, and then they complain about why the man is treating you a certain type of way, like because you can't even take in that man's emotion and understand and actually sit down and have a conversation, a real conversation.
Absolutely.
You know,
Talk about it.
Yeah, and some females just think it's cool to like bring that back up. If we have that conversation and we have a disagreement, we both compromise on a certain situation. Why do we have to bring that back up in the future? Some females need to understand the standards of a foundation of a relationship. If you don't love yourself, if you don't know yourself, if you don't know the type of man that you want, all the type of man that you need to be, how to treat a man. Not the important part is how to treat a man. Because if you don't know how to treat a man, what you expect? What can you bring to the table?
let me say this again.
Yeah, yeah, but
Men
yeah,
are not men are not at war with women. Let me just say that before
correct,
anybody
correct,
jumps on
absolutely.
us. And I
No,
don't
cool.
believe women are at war with men. I just believe that we should all be able to understand the language of
We have to
relationships.
get through conversation.
And I think what we've been taught is what you were saying, Renisha, this new toxicity of relationship, which
This is
is the
crazy.
norm. And it's not.
It's
It's
so,
not normal.
it's
No, it's
not
not.
no
It's like
right.
we're forcing it to be normal. And the way we feel, we're trying to what's the word I want to use? We're trying to make some type of hybrid
Eradicate.
new,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
and it's not working. So it's
right.
like we need to be. That's why I made that video today. Like we're stripping, like when it comes to the podcast, when it comes to our pages, we are not perpetuating any stereotypes or
Mm-mm.
toxicity when it comes to black relationships and how they interact in black culture. So we're gonna have to
But
start
it's
a
not
new
just
narrative.
black culture, though. Uh,
Huh?
I mean, it's not just black culture that's acting
Well, that's
black.
all we're concerned. We're not concerned with anything else.
Right now, yeah, right now.
No,
That's all.
it's
If it's
not all. We got to start within before we go out. You know what I'm saying? And you're right.
Gotcha.
And one of the things that that sister that had made a comment, she said that black men have adapted European ways. Well, not only black men, I think black people have adapted European ways when it comes to relationships. I mean, we've all like incorporated that. We've learned it from TV, from social interactions with people. You know, it's just what we learn, and then we suffer from. Yeah, that looks good, bro. I wish I had one.
sorry, but
And then
looks too good.
we suffer from these stereotypes. We suffer from these myths that exist in our community in as it pertains to black relationships. We suffer from that. You know what I'm saying? What you drinking on?
Yeah, what
That
you?
look like
It's body
super milk.
armor. It's just body
Body
armor.
armor.
Okay,
Oh,
okay, with electrolytes.
Peach
Okay, all right.
mango.
all I got
Okay,
is
good. That's
water.
a good one. That's a good one.
All
That's a good
all
one.
I have is water. That's it.
This is all I have
Oh,
is water.
regular water.
My damn
Regular
jug.
water is good too.
Y'all make me sick. I'm a-
Me, his
You
Man,
good?
H2O.
I
His
can't even
water.
I can't even see it. It's so dark in here.
As long as you got something to hydrate,
That's all that matters.
that's what
I
matters.
can't even. I'm gonna have to wait till I get some light up in this mug. Yeah, but you know that's the thing, and I think when people are trying to get in a relationship, they are not. I think people are not. Some people getting it, some people are missing it. You know, I don't know what the numbers are. I don't have the numbers, but and the struggle is trying to get on the same page with one another because there
Yeah,
are those that still suffer from experiences and there are those that are healed from experiences. So when you're trying to get in a relationship with somebody that's still suffering, that ain't healed, they really don't need to try to get in a relationship until you're healed. You
but
know,
some. That's what I was saying. That's what I
take
was
them
saying
on.
a few minutes ago. Because you gotta try some. At some point, you're gonna right, Nisha. Because at some point, you may think you are. You may feel like you are. You may. So we have these thoughts of, okay, I think I conquered that. Maybe I need. Well, let me jump out here. Let me jump my ass out here again and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and when you come across men, come across women, and women come across men, you see. then uh, you may see then where you are, right? You may see then where you are because she may be like, he too clingy, or he complain too much, or he always want to talk on the phone, or he don't never call me back. You know what I'm saying? And he don't never stay up on me, which I heard in the last just couple of days. It feels like he just, I don't know. He said he want to talk, but then he never called back. He
Yeah.
said he really want to get to know him, but he never follow up. He act like he forgot the conversation. You know what I mean? But he's out there on the dating scene. It's like, well, maybe he ain't ready. So,
Absolutely.
is that true, Renisha? Because a woman a woman may say to herself, okay, he's not ready for me, or he's not what I'm looking for, or uh, I think he thinks too much of himself. Don't y'all say that to yourself?
Well,
Or
I
yes.
would say, I would say, unhealed me, yes. Healed me,
Okay.
no. The reason why I
Okay.
say that is because both parties got to remember they have their own lives. They got to work. They got to do what they got to do. They are forget they can send a text message and all this type of stuff. You got to remember that. You can't be worried about what the next person is doing. It's about what you're bringing into the relationship. I feel
Right.
like there's not a such thing as a 50-50 relationship. Maybe when it comes to finances, yes. But like in a relationship, you should put your all in. Each party should put their all in. So it's not
I
like,
agree. I agree.
Absolutely.
yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like
Yes.
I would say yes.
I agree. Yeah.
The
Yes.
non-heal me, yes, that's what I would
Right.
probably say. But the heal me, no.
The what?
Yeah.
What's up? What'd you say? The heal me? Heal me? What'd
I
you say?
said the healed me. I wouldn't say that what you said, but the heal.
Okay.
I mean, the non-healed me. Yeah, I say that.
I'm, I'm not understanding you. Are you saying
From your
heal,
question.
Okay, let
heal,
me explain.
heal?
Like
No, heal.
so,
The
like
word. The word.
if I'm not healed, like I haven't healed myself in like my
Right.
past relationships or anything like that, yeah, and I start jumping into another relationship immediately fast and hurry, yeah, I question myself, yeah, but the healed me, I would not question. Like as long as
Right.
I'm worrying about my life and doing what I have to do in my life, and if that person, as long as I'm bringing my all into that person, if he decides to bring his all into me, that's it. But it's just like
Yeah.
it's two
I,
different.
I
It's like a yes and a no. You know.
I agree. You're right. I definitely agree with that. So you say the heal me when you know you're healed. So you said the heal me, right? The heal me, right? Because and I'm sure people can tell when they heal, but sometimes there's a lot of people in the world. We had this conversation like a few months ago uh, about you think you're healed or heal, holding, ready,
Hmm.
and you'll find out that you're not, or you thought you were. There's that next woman or next man may not think that of you. That just means maybe you're not for them because you would feel that way. I'm not saying you particular are saying you are, but you're not. I'm not saying that.
Okay,
Right, right.
I, I think it's individual. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
person, like when you know that you're healed,
Oh, you're good. You're good. Yeah.
then you know that you're healed when you come across, well, first you have to know what your triggers are. So when you come across a trigger, something that used to trigger you and it doesn't trigger you anymore, then you know you're healed from
Right.
that. You know what I'm
Agreed.
saying?
it's like multiple things that you'll know that you're healed too. Not even something
Yeah.
that triggers you. Just learning yourself, your inside and out. You know. And just because you broke up with somebody, no matter if it's a man or a woman, if finding yourself and being within yourself and learning how your actions take and what you learn and what you want to take in. that's when you know that you completely healed. Like it's multiple like different stages that you understand that you're being healed because it's just like
Levels.
okay,
There's
that's
levels.
like okay, let's say if like somebody was in a domestic violence relationship, they might take a little bit longer to heal than a normal person that just broke up with just a random breakup because they just grew apart. You know? So it's just like it's different steps that you would know
I
that
agree.
you're completely healed. Because it's
I
like
agree.
you'll never know what a person's been through and what type of
That's right.
breakup that they had. Not even just a breakup as in a relationship, the guys that they were talking to, the guys that they're dating, the time period of their healing. But I feel like if you want to heal, you shouldn't even date. Date yourself. Take
Right.
yourself out on a date. The reason
Yeah,
why I
I
say
agree.
that, I take myself out on dates here, and I don't. A lot of people say like, "Why you go out by yourself?" I don't mind it. I
Yeah,
rather
yeah.
treat myself how I want to be treated because I know if a
Right.
man willing to treat that me like that way, why not accept it? Why not love
That's
yourself
right.
the way you want to be loved and be able to love someone else the way you want to be loved?
That makes a lot of
I
sense.
totally get it,
Al,
but
Al, Al
get
Tariq,
to a point, I get tired of dating myself sometimes.
Al Tariq said there must be rites of Al Tariq said there must be rites of passage for men and women to grow into themselves as individuals and begin to reconnect to ourselves as friends and family. So we must teach our children to be more united as we rebuild and re-educate ourselves along the way as well. And that makes a lot of sense. He said, "There's no hope for our future if we don't get it together as adults and teach unity and a
Right.
sense of purpose and belonging to each other." Absolutely. And then he said, "Many of us haven't gotten over the traumas exactly of our childhood, let alone the former bad male, female." You're
Has to be.
absolutely right because
Yes.
it, it's not even the relationship; it's the childhood. You
Childhood.
know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I've
Break
noticed
it
a
down,
lot,
Al
a
Tariq.
lot of my like black friends do not go to therapy about like
Oh no.
family, like the family therapy and life therapy. I feel the therapy, all that shit helps a lot,
Yeah.
especially like clearing out what happened in your childhood. Of course, like some people have been through so many things in their childhood that had so many trauma that they don't know how to
It
even
connects.
love the way they want to
Right.
love. They don't
Absolutely.
know how to communicate. They
Right.
don't know how to listen. They don't know how to understand a conversation. So it's like from your trauma, the past of the things that you've been through, as in like, okay, let's say your mama beat you, like completely beat your ass, or like, let's say hit you with a, let's say everybody been through this, a 50 core fucking switch,
Right.
all that different type of
Right.
stuff, a freaking pink paddle, like all
Yeah.
type of stuff
Yeah.
like that, abusive, emotional, verbal abuse, physical abuse. It's a lot of female little kids, sexual abuse. You just so many things that people have been through as a child that they don't know how to cope or deal with the past so they can move on to the future.
That's right. That's right. And it shows it'll come out in other areas of their life. You
You
know what I'm
will.
saying? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Yeah, hey, you hit it on. He hit that on the head right there. He
Yeah.
said, forget the relationships. Go back to your childhood.
Yeah.
You know, because you carry that on, and then they mature. By the time they get to the relationship, all that trauma done matured.
Shit, everybody got childhood traumas. Then I don't think I got no
Shit.
childhood. It made me think, what childhood traumas do I got?
I
Because I can't
mine was
remember.
I know mine was abandonment, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I don't. Mine
Not that
wasn't.
my ain't nobody abandoned me, but like,
Right.
it was just abandonment, moving from what was familiar to me to a place that was unfamiliar. I really took that like really bad
Okay, so
to
that
a point of
became.
depression. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's like.
So
I guess that's like moving from Summit to Plainfield, but I
possibly.
mean, it was a necessary thing. But I don't. Well, I've been moving around all the time. I'm always moving somewhere. I don't always moving somewhere, but I don't know if that has anything to do with that. I like to travel. I like to
Right.
go places, even if I don't go visit. Even if I don't go move there, I want to
Yeah.
go visit. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
What's up with that? Go
See,
ahead.
my mom was from New Brunswick to Plainfield. You know.
Okay.
You know.
Hmm.
So I would have been the enemy to all my Plainfield peeps. You know, because you know that Plainfield and New Brunswick did not get along. You know,
No, they didn't.
they
They
did
didn't.
not get along.
They
Yeah.
did not. They did not.
So, but that was
So what's
good.
your childhood traumas, Tahi? You don't have any?
You can't think of any.
Uh, that's really too personal to be on here. Probably being in the presence of my mother's passing.
Mm-hmm.
If I could point anything out, being in the presence of my mother's passing away.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't mind me asking, how did she pass? You okay? That's fine.
Yeah, she was hit by a car. She was hit by a car. She was hit
Oh
by a car.
God, sorry for
Yeah,
your loss.
I appreciate that. That's thank you. But that's
Um,
in my mind. That'd be traumatizing.
yeah,
I may be wrong. I suspect that'd be traumatizing to anyone at any age.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
not.
tell you. Recognizing what traumatizes you. Like, I mean, as an adult, of course, you can recognize, but as a child, we don't know how to identify with certain things. You know what I'm
Oh, I
saying?
knew that would be traumatizing.
Yeah.
I
No,
knew
I'm
that
not.
would.
I'm not
But yeah,
saying
go ahead.
that,
Sorry.
but I'm just
Right,
saying,
right.
like, for me, it took me until my adult years to identify, what traumatized me as a child. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? And they say that the most impressionable years of a child is, between the ages, I guess, of I'll say I'm gonna stretch it from 8 to 12. Usually it's like 9 to 10.
what do
Those are
you?
like more impactful years. What did Al Tariq say? Mine was my father being an
That's my brother.
alcoholic. Rest in peace,
R.I.P.
Binky. I think he just said rest in peace, Binky. He said
You
mine was
talking-
father being an alcoholic. Then he said rest in peace, Binky.
My brother Binky, or he talking about his dad?
I don't know.
Because he remember Bink well.
Maybe he
And yeah,
didn't. He
that's my
just
brother's
he
nickname.
maybe he didn't copy. I think he's like rest in peace, Binky. He know Bink. We all knew Bink is Binky, so
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
But he said also. He said, "Yep." He said, "Hello." What he said?
Yeah.
He said, "I
Uh,
also like some self-saying as well, which people teasing me about my butt and lips."
he funny.
Al Tariq,
I
crazy,
met
yeah.
Al in ninth grade. That's when I moved to Plainfield, and I was in ninth grade actually. So I just learned back then. And
You
people
know,
recognizing those things, man, recognizing traumas and triggers, and seeing what part it plays in your life, what part it
yeah,
plays in your life, and where it triggers you in life.
yeah.
Um, yeah, that because I'm big on people respecting their mom and their dad, but their mom, yeah, I gotta. So I know people have their own family uh, dynamics, with parents, siblings, and whatnot. But I'm definitely encouraging of people getting to good terms with their parents, to their
Right.
moms and their dads, but
Yeah.
definitely their moms. So but everyone has their own uh, solutions to handle or not when it comes to your
Mhm.
parents. That's all. So,
Back to what Renisha was saying about therapy, and that is very correct. That I am not familiar with a lot of black families knowing about therapy. I know I probably should have went. I know I should have went to therapy as a
Yeah,
child,
we
but I
did.
didn't.
I did.
And
Oh,
but these days, people are getting better about it. People are getting better about it. You know what I'm saying?
very true.
So we have people that are going to therapy. I guess the new generation, let's say Generation X, is taking their children to therapy. That Gen Z, they're taking Gen Z to therapy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the baby boomers didn't take Gen X to therapy, but Gen X is taking Gen Z to therapy. Yeah.
True, true. Yes, they are.
So
That's a
like,
true statement.
for real. Cause when we was growing up, they was like either you deal with it or go to church,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Fortunately we had, and Kahi, you didn't go to elementary school with us, but you entered the crew. You entered the crew when we were like all in high school, but
Yeah,
we had a level headed crew. We had a pretty much
yeah, it
level
seemed,
crew, you
well,
know.
uh, well,
For the
no,
most
I'm just
part,
going to say, no,
anyway.
really, yes. I got to say, no, like really, man, because, and by you saying that, because when you get around high school and, you do some dumb things, you do some smart things, but by that time, you're ready to go certain ways and you don't want to be around these no more. You want to be doing this even at 16, 17, 18 years old, because that's about to
Yeah,
base some direction to you. So you do want to phase around from here or be more around this. And as far as level headed, so I remember, like I said, I remember who, I was chilling with in high school, man. And
yeah.
to get down to it, yeah, it was level headedness. It was like the people that were solid.
We wasn't.
Even someone that wasn't really level headed was cool.
I mean, like
What about
for
you, Renisha?
we wasn't like trying to terrorize people. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
not at all. Not
We
at
we
all.
we was
Not
we
at
was
all.
trying to have fun. We was trying to
They're
have fun,
really just trying to have fun. Just trying to have fun, good, clean fun, and keep
clean
living and
fun.
keep doing it for a long time to come. What about
That's
you,
it.
Renisha? Yeah,
Yeah.
in high school, some people that was in elementary school younger, the directions, people took and try to be more level headed and, make some more proper decisions at 15, 16, 17, 18 as life path may begin.
Proper decisions.
Proper decisions. Because you're still young, but still,
Yeah.
you know,
I would say focus on your books and study SAT, SATs.
That's what
correct.
you did.
Also, oh yeah, definitely. I studied, and then I was in Unity Council. I was fundraiser president for the Unity Council of my school. I was a Girlfriends of Pinellas. I did soccer, basketball, and flag football.
Yes. Yes.
So I did a lot in high school.
I see.
And
Yeah,
I did that for
that's
all
right.
4 years.
Yeah. That's good.
Very, very,
But
very structured.
elementary and middle, that's a different story.
Yeah, that's
Say what?
that's a different story. It's that elementary and middle school. That's a different story. It wasn't focused there. But
High
that's the
school
thing.
changed my life. I ain't gonna lie. High school really changed me.
High school
Oh,
change. That's what I'm saying. Right, right. That's the thing with what we're talking about. That when we get,
But
past those,
oh yeah.
it's
yeah,
it's not like I was like a bully or anything. I was like getting bullied or whatever.
Right.
So like I kind of like people like try to fight me because I'm quiet or whatever.
Oh.
So that was
so
just
you're what?
mainly I used to fight a lot in elementary and
Okay,
middle.
okay.
That was just it.
Well,
It was mainly like
yeah.
self defense fighting.
Shout out to my man
Yeah.
Leroy
Yeah.
Jordan. Hey, my man L. I don't know if you on here or not. Shout out to my man Leroy Jordan, man. His
Shout out,
message get
shout
out
out.
to him.
Yeah.
He'll,
What?
if he heard what you just said, he'd be like, "Yeah, I remember. Yeah, just yeah." Anyway,
The good
yeah,
thing I never lost a fight.
being
Well,
in elementary and middle school.
yeah. Well, I can't state that. I got jumped a few times and everything.
Yeah, I didn't
What
win every
what
fight. I'm not gonna lie.
what did
I wasn't bad.
Outreach said? Our experience from our ancestors down have traumas dealt
Mm-hmm.
that we dealt with, but didn't necessarily overcome. Many of those scars and wounds are still there. Absolutely.
They still be in our
Subcon.
DNA.
He said subconsciously. You're absolutely right.
Hmm.
They're passed on. They're
Yeah,
passed on.
absolutely.
Growing up in Plainfield, period, was an experience from elementary on.
I know it
Absolutely,
was. I know it
absolutely.
was. I know it
Plainfield.
was.
We grew up in a town
It was proving
called
grounds.
Plainfield. Plainfield was like it was a fashion show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like it
yeah, it
was
was.
it like it was a fashion. At a certain age, it became a
It was
fashion
cool.
show. You know,
Right, right. It was cool.
and it was cool. Yeah, it was a great experience. I think.
Yeah, yeah. Wouldn't trade it. Definitely would not trade it.
Would
It was
not
cool.
trade. Would not
Yeah.
trade.
And I was
Would
just
not.
there in high school. But
Huh?
yeah, and I just started there in high school, man.
Yeah.
Still it's very, very impactful. Very impactful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's look at the time. Well, y'all,
So yeah.
it is I think it's about that time for us to shut it down because we've been on for about 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
It don't even
We've
feel
been
like it.
rolling.
Good to see you,
So
Renisha.
I should be able to get a whole lot of content out of this. Renisha, Renisha gonna be mixing up the content, y'all. So she trying, yeah. Renisha is going to take
Okay.
the job of
Cause
mixing
I
up
can
some
get like
of
a
the
little
content.
clip. I,
So we're
are
gonna
we friends
see.
on Facebook, Kali? I
Say
think we
what?
are. I don't
Say
remember.
again.
I think we are. Are we friends on Facebook?
Well, let's go to the videotape.
Go to the
I
No,
mean,
I'm
videotape.
let's go
talking
to
about
the.
to see the little clip that I made for
I didn't. Where on your? Well, okay. Do you have my? I don't know if we're friends on Facebook. I don't know where to look for you. I don't know what to search. Uh,
Ranisha
R
Graham.
O. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, growing
Oh.
up. Let me see. Oh, what Al Tariq said,
R
growing up
O.
in Plainfield Pier was an experience from elementary on up. You right, Al Tariq. It was a little everything, Fox. What you talk? You right. You right. Let me see. It says peace and love to you all, Renisha as well, of course. All right, folks. Kahi and Renisha, y'all gonna still try to find out if y'all friends on Facebook and
I don't
everything.
know where to.
I will
Hold
end the
on.
stream, but we'll still be on backstage.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. So hold on.
Everybody,
All right,
everybody that's
brother
on
Al.
here, Al Tariq, peace to you. Everybody that watched the show or that will be watching the recording of the show, please go and follow Raw with the Podcast on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok. Definitely follow us on Facebook. Renisha, do you have a social media page that people could follow you?
Well, only thing I do, but it's not really. I'm not really active on it right now.
All right, we're gonna come back to her.
But I have my personal one. But I
All
don't
right.
want to my
She
personal
no,
one.
you ain't gotta give out, Kahi, you got one you want everybody to follow you at.
Yeah, jump on Kahi_9. Kahi_9. And that's I don't know which one that is. That's TikTok.
That's on TikTok.
Actually just on TikTok.
Oh, all right.
Right. And I don't know it's confusing to me on Instagram. I don't know
Yeah,
because I'm not on Instagram as much.
that Instagram we gotta get together. All right. Peace and love to everybody out here, to the Raw With It podcast family. We will see y'all once again, 8 p.m. next Tuesday. Be there or be square. Peace.
So, you know, this is what's right here. Excuse me, I'm taking shots. So, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get it in right now.